Indices across the globe has taken a hard hit today earlier in the day with the strikes over Iran. Now, can we expect a crash here? Can we expect a meltdown in indices? Or it is the lows which are done and we should be ready for a reversal here? What should be our strategies? One thing is for clear, things are sensitive, things are volatile here, and slight positive developments may cause a reversal, complete reversal. While right now the you can say developments are not very much favorable for rise here. So what to expect today from S&P, Nasdaq, Dow, Germany 40 and FTSE 100? We're gonna see with the help of charts and indicators. This is the first update. The next update will be released before the US session, before the data releases. Do not miss to watch it. Subscribe, press the bell icon, do like, share, and comment. Join the free Telegram channel for live market updates. Join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. Let's start. First, we'll look into S&P, followed with Nasdaq, then Dow. Lastly, Germany 40 and FTSE 100. Watch till the end. See, S&P, I have mentioned yesterday, 604050 is the zone you should watch out for. What has happened hitting the zone? We have seen a greater dip. And yesterday and today again, 5980, it has breezed, it has come down towards the support now at 5950, 5940. So now it is pretty important for us to watch how it behaves here in this zone at 593620. Notice this was the last dip, major dip. This is the second one, and this is definitely a greater support. So till 5920 you have to exercise caution. Below 5920 it will fall into correction territory. Stochastic oversold, MACD bearish, RSI getting oversold on the hourly charts. Coming to 2 hour charts, now after a while moving averages have almost on the verge of a crossover. It is outside bands, it has put enough pressure on the bands to expand. Now it is willing to reverse or retrace. There is a potential for the prices to move towards 5980 levels. Now 5980, which was the support, now should be the resistance, and this zone between 5980 6000 you should watch out for. Stochastic has dropped, the MACD sharply bearish, the RSI is at bottom here. On the 3 hour, the observation here is more or less same. The movement is outside completely bulling a bands, trying to reverse, trying to retrace here. And once it trades beyond 5965, you can buy for 5980 potentially. Again, I'll say, see this rise, the retracement towards the support, this second rise, retracement towards the support. So this is an expanding triangle here. Now 5920 is one level it needs to break in order to confirm reversal. Stochastic, MACD, RSI, all are trading bearish. On the 4 hour chart, similar observation here, nothing different. And now see, after staying outside bands, it is trying to fall within the bands. There's a potential move within the zone that is 5965 and 5980 is very much possible. The stochastic has dropped, the MACD is sharply bearish, RSI has dropped. Coming to daily, on the daily charts, look, I've always maintained, watch my update yesterday. After the drop here, prices were under retracement. It has again come down to take the support from the 20 period. It is very important for S&P to trade below 5920, which will confirm a greater correction, the beginning of the correction here. Yes, this could lead to all the way towards 5890, 5850 zone. Possibility exists is strong, but this may take couple of more candles. Moving averages have crossed over. These are trading bullish, stochastic bearish, the MACD bearish, the RSI is also looking down. So considering this, what I'll recommend, you can buy here at 5956 levels and expect it to move towards 5965, 597880. If at all S&P decides to stay above 5980, you can expect 5995 and 6000 levels. Beyond 6000 is where slight bullishness should prevail, but I do not expect it to break beyond 6024 today. And yes, if that is taken, you can stay bullish for 6040, 6050. That's a reversal. I do not expect this to happen, but yes, these are markets. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry at 5944. Expect 593236 as the first target zone, 5920 as the next. Below 5920, more bearishness should prevail, and then the targets are going to be towards 5890, 5895 zone, and then 5870, 5850 levels should appear. Trade accordingly. Let's move to Nasdaq 100. Charts on S&P and Nasdaq almost alike. Very, very important for Tech 100 to trade below this zone. That is 21,500, 21,400. This is a very critical zone for Tech 100 to breach below. Notice it has delivered lower highs. Notice it has delivered lower lows. It is trading in this bearish channel. The buying entry has to be now about 21,600. 21,600, which was the support, now will be the greater resistance here. Now this zone between 21,600 and 700, or rather I'll say the larger zone between 21,600 and 800 is what you should watch out for. This is going to be difficult for Tech 100 to breach this zone. Moving averages crossed over for sell, stochastic oversold, MACD sharply bearish, RSI oversold. Things are getting slightly oversold here. Look at 2 hour charts. The move is outside bands here. It could try to fall back within the bands, but a reversal confirmation is only and only if you see it is staying above 21,600 levels. Notice first dip, then the second rise and the second dip, almost coming to the same zone. This calls for this to be in an expanding triangle, which is a good bullish sign. And thus it is very important for Tech 100 to trade below 21,400 in order to confirm further correction. Stochastic, MACD, RSI all are still slightly oversold. On the 3 hour chart, similar observation here. Outside band, lower lows are done. It could fall back something like this. It could try to move towards 21,600, 800 zone, which should be a greater resistance zone. Indicators are trying to cool down significantly here. On the 4 hour chart, the observation is same, taking the support from the 100 period, trying to bounce back. Moving averages have converged, not yet crossed over. If you see US100 is staying above 21,560, stay bullish for 21,600, 612. And if this is taken, then 21,670, 700. Once it trades beyond 21,700, the chances will be higher that 21,750 and 800 to be seen. Beyond 21,800, it's a reversal, chances of which appears to be less. On the downside now, see this, the support is seen from 21,500, which is offering it a good support. See, indicators have cooled down significantly here, and the most important one is the daily charts. When you see the daily charts rise, then the retracement. Now I have mentioned this yesterday, after this drop, this is a retracement, and see what has happened. It has breached the support. Now it is pretty important for Nasdaq to trade below 21,400 levels. That should confirm the beginning of the downtrend here, where 21,200 and 21,000 should not be far below. But right now I'll say it is definitely going to be a struggle day as long as 21,400 is not taken. So now I'll say till 21,400 you have to exercise caution, but you can take a selling entry at 21,480 levels, expected to move towards 21,400, 40 and 21,400. This is the most strongest support for Tech 100 here. Any drop below 21,400 should invite the bears, where the potential move towards 21,200 cannot be denied. Take your trades accordingly. Let's move to Dow Jones. See how easily under a few minutes we have analyzed the complete charts. Despite all the uncertainty, we have ignored the noise and arrived at the levels. You can also learn this art of trading. Join my 33rd mentorship batch. Connect with me, write an email, ping me or telegram for your queries. Those looking forward to it, just trade as per the signals. Be a part of my signals channel or telegram. Again, connect with me or reach out for your queries. And also join the trusted partner, which offers you a SAF-free account with lowest spreads and no hidden charges, easier transactions and easier withdrawals from across the globe. The link is there in the channel and video description. Now, where you should buy. See, US30, if you look at US30 has seen this drop. It is trying to stay in this zone. If you see it is staying beyond 43,450, you can initiate a buy here. Look, the move right now is completely outside bands, and hence it is finding it difficult to stay bearish. Things are getting also slightly oversold on the smaller time frames, and thus a little retracement cannot be denied. Look at 2 hour chart, similar observation. See, it was outside band. Look at the preceding candle, diminishing bearishness. It might try to trade something like this, where the potential move towards 42,600 cannot be denied. Now 42,600, 42,800 is the hurdle it needs to breach in order to confirm reversal. As long as it stays below 42,600, 800, do not treat this as bullish. The stochastic, MACD, RSI all are at bottom, all are trading bearish. Look at 3 hour chart. Similar observation here, bigger tail, preceding candle leaving a bigger tail here, 22 or 42,200, offering it a good support. Price is trying to bounce back. We can see a move towards 42,500, 600 zone, from where potential consolidation might happen before it takes a direction. Indicators are looking downward, suggestive of more bearishness ahead. On the 4 hour charts, yes, a bigger drop, and now it might trade something like this. Let's watch out. If it stays beyond 42,450, you can initiate a buying entry for 42,520, 540 and 42,600. Beyond 42,600, stay bullish. This might invite more bulls all the way towards 42,800 levels. Right now, the stance in indices is quite bearish. Look at the daily charts. See, after the drop here taking the support, this is the second retracement, and the drop here. Here also the prices are seen taking the support from 20 period. Let's see where it closes. If it closes above 42,500, that's a good indication for the bulls. Notice the rise here, consolidation and the drop. Now, it is pretty important for us to see how it behaves towards 42,200, because breaking below 42,200 levels, we can expect the next targets to be towards 42,000 levels, which is a greater number for US30 to break below, because 42,000, 41,800, if it breaches, a greater correction should follow all the way towards 41,000 levels very soon. So now considering this, I will recommend the buying entry has to be above 42 440 levels. Expect 42 520 500 as the first target zone, 42 600 as the next. If it stays beyond 42 600, stay bullish for 42 710 and 800. This is the most critical zone till towards 42 800 levels, beyond which it's going to sky. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry at 42 280 levels here. Expect 42 200 220 as the first target zone. If it stays below 42 200 220, you can stay short. Potentially we are looking forward to 42,000 levels, and below 42,000 a greater correction should follow. Take your trades, take your positions accordingly. Let's move to Germany 40. DAX has taken a massive hit here. You can see a greater consolidation support. It appears 23,300. It is not willing to break below, and now it is willing to rise from here. And thus, if you see any point of time DAX trading below 23,300, that's a time for us to stay with the sells here. Else, we can potentially look forward to a reversal. The stochastic MACD RSI all are trading slightly oversold. Same is on the 2-hour charts. Consolidation happening here. A potential breakout cannot be denied from the current levels. If you see the stochastic, this is oversold. MACD sharply bearish, RSI oversold here. Likewise on the 3-hour chart, similar is the observation. The drop, the retracement, the drop, the retracement, the drop, the retracement. Moving averages trading with divergence. This is an exponential drop here. And now if you see, it is staying beyond 23 400 80 500 zone. You can say now this is a reversal. As long as 23 500 is not taken, you have to be careful. And on the upside, 23 800 is the level it needs to breach in order to confirm the complete reversal. Indicators are slightly oversold and right now trading completely bearish. Similar is the observation on the 4-hour charts. And when you look at the daily charts, now look at the daily charts here. See, it is again back to the support zone here. Yesterday this was the support here. This is also breached, and now this has come down to the greater support. Now see, first rise, second retracement, and the third one bigger rise, bigger retracement. Now this makes 23,300 as a greater support zone. A breach below 23,300 is a clear sign of prevailing bearishness. This should take it all the way towards 23,180 23,000 levels. Be mindful of this. Right now I think it is going to be difficult. Stochastic oversold, MACD sharply bearish, RSI is dropped. So on the downside, one thing is pretty clear. Till 23,300, we should not be treating this as bearish. Though you can take a sell at 23,340, but I'll say 23,300 is what it should break in order to confirm further downside. Below 23,380, chances will be higher that we will see 23,180, 200 as the first target, and 23,000 as the next target. Potential exist. On the upside now, I'll recommend a buy at 23,450 levels, where you can expect it to move towards 23. You can in fact buy at 23,420, expect 23,460, 23,500. Once 23,500 is taken, the next target is going to be towards 23,600. And if it all stays above 23,600, I think the advancement towards 23,720, 23,800 cannot be denied, but I think 23,800 is definitely going to be a difficult hurdle for DAX to break beyond. Trade accordingly. Let's move to FTSE 100. FTSE 100 has taken a huge hit. It has come down towards the support at 8820 and now bouncing. Yesterday also I mentioned 8820 should offer a very good support, and this is the zone it needs to break in order to confirm further downside. See, this is trading rise retracement, rise retracement, rise retracement. Now it is trying to bounce back from this zone, and if you see it is staying beyond 8860, you can buy again and expect it to move towards 8870 to 8880. Now till 8880 we should be cautious with the buys. It is not yet a reversal. Very clear. Stochastic rising, MACD sharply bearish, RSI rising. Coming to 2-hour charts, similar observation on the 2-hour charts. Notice this is an expansion here, and this expansion with the median here around 88 60 88 80 zone, which is going to be difficult for it to break beyond. Let's watch out if that is taken. If you see, the stochastic has dropped, the MACD sharply bearish, the RSI is dropped here, and the observation here on the 3-hour charts is same. Notice it was trading with the support here, it has breached this channel, and now it has come down to the support. Now it is very important for us to observe how it behaves at 8820, because once 8820 is taken, we can expect it to move towards 8720 and 8780 and 8740 levels. The indicators right now are trading clearly bearish. Same thing is on the 4-hour charts as well. And once you see the daily chart, notice on the daily charts it has been seen taking support from the 20 period, and see every rise is offset with a drop. Today again what it has done, it has seen lower lows. Now this is important. The lows here are beautifully aligned until 88.20. We should not be treating this as bearish. This is pretty clear. Below 88.20, I'll say till 8800 you should exercise caution, and then 87.80. Below 87.80 there is no looking back. We are looking at 87.40, 87.20 zone. So considering this, I'll recommend you to sell only if you see it is staying below 88.20 levels. On the upside, see the 88.20 is little far, so you can sell at 88.36. Expect it to move towards 88.20, and if 88.20 is taken, stay short for 8800, 87.80, and then 87.40 levels as well, chances for which appears to be less. On the upside now, I'll recommend you to buy at 88.60, but I'll say 88.60, 88.80 is going to be a greater hurdle for FTSE100 on the upside. Beyond 88.80 is stay bullish. It is going to rally strong, chances for which appears to be extremely low. Take your trades and positions accordingly. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Join my mentorship batch and signals channel. Reach out to me for your queries. Join the free Telegram channel for live market updates and the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. Thank you. Have a great profitable trading day ahead. See you again before the US session with more updates. Thank you.